Hi everyone, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am R. Cynthia, Assistant Professor, Department of Food Processing and Preservation Technology, Faculty of Engineering, Avinash Lingam University for Women. Today we are going to discuss about the topic Application of Organic Acids in Food Preservation. Despite the application of various preservation methods, many problems are still encountered as a result of food spoilage and food poisoning. There is increasing demand for foods produced with milder treatments, and the movement towards more natural and even certified organic foods has been the fastest growing sector of the food industry over the last decade. The interest in biopreservation of food systems has necessitated the development of new natural antimicrobial compounds from different origins, and in response to modern consumer trends and food legislation, the food industry is faced with serious challenges. Organic acids have been of considerable value as food preservatives since they are also food ingredients and often naturally produced by microorganisms. After going through this session, you will be able to interpret how various organic acids preserve foodstuffs and analyze the role of organic acid in industries. It is used to explain how organic acids control the common pathogens in fruits and vegetables. Foodstuffs. The grouping concern about the contamination of carcasses with enteric pathogens has led to extensive investigation on treatments for reducing the number of bacteria and rust carcasses. The surface treatment with organic acids is more realistic option to eliminate pathogens without adverse effects on quality. Use of organic acid reduces bacterial counts on meat surface layer. Lactic acid is most often used as it is a natural meat compound produced during postmortem glycolysis. The combination of physical treatment by hot stream with spraying by lactic acid solution is another approach for carcass surface decontamination. Acid washes have been shown to be effective in reducing the total number of microorganisms present on the carcass. Poultry. Salmonella is a human pathogen that is commonly found in poultry products. It is possible to decrease the chicken carcass and egg contaminations by adding organic acids to the feed or drinking water at appropriate times. Medium chain fatty acids are more antibacterial against Salmonella than short chain fatty acids. The antibacterial effect of these acids is specific. If diets can be designed to stimulate organic acid production in the caseum, it may be possible to control Salmonella species via even easier and more cost-effective measures compared with addition of acids to feed or drinking water. Seafoods. Martens and Gilbert in the year 1988 reported on the rate of tissue degradation during storage with reduced pH. The fish were stored in seawater at 1 degree Celsius with the addition of lactic or acetic acid or propionic acid to lower the pH to 5. After a storage period of 35 hours, they found that lactic acid was effective in reducing the percentage of belly bursting by half from 19% to 10% as illustrated. The table shows the sample of different organic acids and its belly bursting percentage. Confectionery. Acidulants such as lactic acid and buffered lactic acid are common regulators in confectionery industry. Acidulants are necessary for a finest balance between sweet and sour taste in confectionery. However, it is also the main cause of sugar inversion, which can be avoided by use of the right ingredients and processing conditions. The sourness and duration of acidulants such as citric acid and lactic acid vary with pH levels. When the pH level is below 4, the flavor of acetic acid is considerably sourer than citric acid. Potassium sorbate and calcium propionate are used at concentrations 3000 and 300 ppm are often added to prevent the spoilage by fungi. Fruits and vegetables. The preservation of fresh cut fruits and vegetables need effective pretreatment such as washing. Alternate methods such as organic acid, antioxidant, irradiation, ozone, modified atmosphere packaging, wave permeate are used. But the acceptance of these methods has not gained much interest in the industry. The purpose of minimal processing technique are to retain the nutritional and sensory quality of the product even in preserved condition. Organic acids such as citric, tartaric, malic and benzoic acid are commonly used for the preservation of fruits and vegetables. Citric acid is the most commonly used organic acid in food industry. Has a fresh acidic flavor and pleasant taste. It has a flavor enhancing character. Citric acid is more effective than acetic and lactic acid for inhibiting the growth of thermophilic bacteria. In combination with other acids like ascorbic acid, it slows down the growth of toxin-producing bacteria such as Clostridium botulinum. Malic acid is another widely acid. It is found in apples and other fruits, has a lingering taste. It is found in vegetables. It is used to inhibit the growth of yeast and some bacteria due to its decreased pH. A malic acid and its salts can be used as a flavor enhancer and acidulant, which is approved by FDA. Tartaric acid is naturally found in grapes and pineapples, is smoother than citric acid and a taste more acidic than citric acid. Dairy. Milk is almost sterile when secreted from a healthy udder. The natural inhibitors in milk prevent the significant rises in bacterial numbers for the first 3 to 4 hours after milking at ambient temperatures. Milk and fermented milk products are favorable substrates for the growth of microorganisms that may bring to spoilage condition. Acidification of milk protects the milk against spoilage microorganisms and reduces the number of pathogens. Both acids and bacteriocins are great potential to be used in food preservation, which are considered as a safe natural preservatives. Next, soft drinks. Chemical preservatives such as sorbates, benzoates and dimethyl dicarbonate are added to improve the microbiological stability of soft drinks. Selection of preservatives can be used depend on the chemical and physical properties of both the preservative and the beverage. Sorbates and benzoates used in highly acidic drinks. Sorbic acid affects the growth of yeast by inhibiting the uptake of amino acids, while benzoic acid destroys the internal proton level of microbial cells. Benzoic acid present in cranberries, cinnamon, plums have been used to reduce microbial growth. Next, animal feed. Organic acid were added to slow down the fungal contamination in animal feed. Molds are unavoidable contaminants. The production of mycotoxins can be reduced by using organic acid as inhibitors. Virtually all animal feeds contain molds and viable mold spores which create a threat to grain quality. This extends the shelf life and maintains the nutritional value and prevents the formation of mycotoxins. Next, we are going to see about the industrial applications. First one is vacuum packaging. A sensory evaluation revealed that the potassium sorbate and sodium acetate in treated and vacuum packed samples had good sensory characteristics for up to 16 days when compared with 7 days in air control packs. Controlled vacuum packs. The sensory shelf life followed the following order: controlled air packs less than controlled vacuum packs less than sodium acetate treated vacuum pack less than potassium sorbate treated vacuum pack. Next is meat. As a major food item and one produced by a chemical series of events, each with an associated risk of contamination, meat is an object of special scrutiny. Various microorganisms produce organic acids and alcohols by anaerobic fermentation of food substrates, and these by inhibiting other organisms that are concomitantly present and which could spoil the food or make it toxic, can act in its preservation. Lactic acid, for example, it is frequently effective inhibitory agent used in fresh meat preservation. However, other organic acids have also been found to be responsible for discoloration and production of pungent odors. Processed meats. Organic acids or salts of organic acids are used individually or combined with other compounds prior to packaging as antimicrobials. However, dipping solution contains concentrations of 2.5 gram to 5 gram per 100 ml of lactic acid, acetic acid, sodium acetate, sodium diacetate and potassium sorbate have been found to provide extensive protection against Listeria monocytogenes. Contamination in refrigerated processed meat products. The table shows the factors that determine the selection of organic acids in meat decontamination. The factors that influence the acid concentration are pH, dissociation of the acid. The factors that determine the type of tissue or type of meat, lean versus fat meat. The factors that affect the type of bacteria are sensitive to organic acid activity, resistant to organic acid and acid tolerance. The factors that affect the slaughter technology are extent of microbial contamination before slaughtering, type of contaminating matter and decontaminating technique or its application methods, time of acid exposure, temperature, pressure and angle of spray. Next, seafoods. Seafood grown lab are often able to grow even at refrigerated temperatures and are compatible to the seafood environment. Low pH, high salt concentration, presence of additives like lactic acid or acetic acid. Importantly, their growth can also suppress more potent spoilage germs by means of antagonistic and inhibitory activities, either through the competition for nutrients or the production of one or more antimicrobially active metabolites. Hence, lab usually meet the necessary requirements for biopreservation or seafood products. Next, acidified foods. Acidified food products have been produced safely for many years without heat treatment, but it has become evident that the organic acids present in such products have made a huge contribution to achieve this. Acidic foods such as apple cider, dry fermented sausages, mayonnaise, yogurt have implicated in E. coli O157H7 food poisoning outbreaks. Next is salts of organic acid. Under that, first is potassium sorbate. It is a commonly used preservative in foods which is derived from potassium salt of sorbic acid. It is a white salt that is greatly soluble in water than sorbic acid, and for this reason it is used in dipping or spraying of fruits and vegetable products. It is used to slow down the activity of molds and yeast in foods such as wine, yogurt, dried meat, cheese, soft drinks and baked goods. Salts of propionic and sorbic acid are often added to intermediate moisture bakery products. Second one is sodium benzoate. Sodium benzoate, a commonly used preservative, usually restricted to food products that are naturally acidic and more efficient to food products where its pH is less than or equal to 4. It is mainly used as an antimycotic agent, and mold, yeast are inhibited by a concentration of 0.05 to 0.1%. It has a bacteriostatic and fungistatic properties under acidic conditions. It is generally used in acidic foods such as salad dressings, carbonated drinks, jams, fruit juices and pickles. Benzoates and parabenzoates are used mostly in fruit juices, chocolate syrups, pickled vegetables and cheese. Benzoic acid was produced when sodium benzoate was dissolved in water. Next is sodium lactate. It is used as a flavor enhancer, humectant, pH regulator and a bulking agent. This sodium lactate is derived from sodium salt of lactic acid. It is a colorless, odorless, syrupy liquid, has a good solubility with water and ethanol. It is widely used in meat and poultry processing industry. It is to reduce the growth of pathogenic bacteria in foods and to increase the shelf life of the products. The combination of organic acids. The first one is salt combination. The buffered sodium citrate in combination with sodium diacetate or sodium salts of lactic or acetic acid can be used as a component in processed meat products to give an added measure of safety against Clostridium perfringens, contaminations of chilled meat products. The pH of the meat is not affected by addition of lactate, whereas diacetate reduces the pH from 6.3 to 5.9 and a combination of the two salts reduces the pH to 6.1. The possible adverse effects are effect of salt of organic acids on the survival of Listeria monocytogenes in soft cheeses, activity of organic acid salts in combination with lauric arginate against Listeria monocytogenes and Salmonella resin, inhibitory effect of organic acid salts on spoilage flora in culture medium and cured cooked meat products under commercial manufacturing conditions. Next is aromatic compounds. The word aromatic is used by chemists for material with different odors. Aromatic compounds are substances that consist of one or more rings that contain alternating single and double bonds in the chemical structure. There are some compounds that are chemically aromatic but do not have a distinct smell. As a result of their being so stable, such rings tend to form easily and once formed tend to be difficult to break in chemical reactions. Aromatic compounds of high concentration are essential to slow down the spoilage bacteria, frequently exceeds the flavor threshold acceptable to consumers. Again, combining different preservation techniques is needed as an alternative to maintain the high flavor quality. Sodium citrate is known to increase the inhibitory action of eugenol and monolaurin. Combinations of plant oils and derivatives of benzoic acid have also been found to exert reasonable activity of Salmonella. Next one is ethanol. Ethanol, commonly known as ethyl alcohol, is found in alcoholic beverages produced by the fermentation of sugars by yeast. It is a volatile, flammable, colorless liquid with a slight chemical odor. It is used alone or effective at killing at pH of 3. The addition of ethanol along with benzoate and formate will result in shorter killing times of Listeria monocytogenes. The organic acids combinations are also used in irradiation purposes in industry. They also play a major role in food emulsifiers to increase the shelf life of confectionery products. It is also used in spices and to produce liquid smoke. The considerations in selection of organic acids are sensory properties, color stability, flavor, carcass decontamination and chemical stability. Next, we are going to see about the control of common pathogens. Under that, first one is fruits. Organic acids are commonly used as antimicrobial acidulants to preserve foods either by direct addition or through microbial fermentation. Since many pathogens generally cannot grow at pH values much below 4.5, acidification may act to prevent microbial proliferation. Many types of produce, especially fruit, naturally possess significant concentration of organic acid such as acetic, benzoate, citric, malic, sorbic, succinic and tartaric acids, which negatively affect the viability of contaminating bacteria. Fruits such as melons and papayas contain lower concentration of organic acids than fruits and therefore are at pH values above 5, which do not suppress the growth of pathogenic bacterial contamination. The next is vegetables. The organic acids are produced in fruits and vegetables and accumulate in the ferment products, which retards the growth of some microorganism and prevents the growth of others. In an early study on organic acid, Shapiro and Holder used 1500 ppm of citric acid to treat salad vegetables. This did not affect the growth of bacteria at a 4-day trial at 10 degrees Celsius, but when the vegetables were treated by 1500 ppm of tartaric acid, a 10-fold reduction in total count was observed. Let us summarize this. The use of organic acid, especially lactic acid, reduces bacterial count on meat surface layer, thereby giving it a long shelf life. Organic acids are helpful in reducing the toxic Salmonella bacteria in chicken. Martens and Gilbert found that lactic acid was effective in reducing the percentage of belly bursting by half from 19% to 10%. Lactic acid and buffered lactic acid are used as acidulants and pH regulators in the confectionery industry. The most important organic acid in preservation of fruits and vegetables are citric, malic, tartaric and benzoic acids. The most well-known characteristics of lab related to preservative property is the ability to produce acid, which in turn exhibit the antimicrobial activity. The sorbates and benzoates are often used in combination, especially in high acidic drinks, to prolong their shelf life. Organic acids effectively inhibit the growth of molds, yeast and bacteria in different types of foodstuffs and prevent recontamination after production of the compound feed. Organic acids play a vital role in industries such as vacuum packaging, meat, processed meat and seafood. Many types of organic acid combinations serve in various fields. The criteria should be taken into consideration while selecting organic acids, such as sensory properties, color stability, flavor, carcass decontamination and chemical stability. Organic acid help in the control of common pathogens in fruits and vegetables. Thank you.